9 times out of 10 when I'm posting on Instagram, if it's like a picture, oh, that got stuck in my hair. Look at that. Look at that. That is a blooper. Hey dolls. So I actually got like a ton of requests. I had posted a picture on my Instagram of all my different photo editing apps, and you guys wanted to know how I got the lighting effects and how I sharpen my pictures to make them better quality, what camera I use to take my Instagram photos. So yes, I am just gonna show you guys how I edit my photos. I asked you guys if you wanted to see a process of it, and so yeah, a ton of people wanted to see the process. So I am in a different location right now. I'm just kind of like got my window right here because I like to take pictures like in the daylight, and the sun just came out, which is super awesome because I need to take a photo. So as for my camera that I just use my iPhone. This is my case that I just recently made myself. It's all blinged out and super pretty, so you can see my window in the reflection. But for what I use for my camera is I just literally use the back camera on my phone. The back camera has way better quality, I've found, than the front camera. So I do it in a well-lighted area, preferably daylight or sunlight. It's my preference. And then I just flip my camera like this. And I'm just going to take a sample picture, get my little assistive touch out of the way. I'm going to take a little sample picture, and then I'm going to show you guys my step-by-step editing process when it comes to editing my pictures for Instagram. So, we're just going to take a picture. Alright, let me see if I like it. I always have to check my pictures to make sure I like them. I don't like that picture, so we're going to take another one. I'm really picky when it comes to my Instagram pictures. I have to take like picture after picture after picture because I'm a very picky picture person. Okay. Sometimes the trick to, oh, I love that picture. Okay, that's perfect. Sometimes the trick with this is that you have to like tap the screen to like manually focus on whatever part you want to focus on. Like if it's too bright somewhere, like say you're focusing back here so it makes your face really bright, and then you just want to kind of like focus it and then just kind of like guess where you're at and then just like snap the picture. But anyway, I took this picture right here, and so now I'm going to show you my step-by-step editing process. Alright, so again, this is just my iPhone. This is the iPhone 4, and I just wanted to show you guys my case a little bit closer up. This is what it looks like. You probably saw it in my iPhone case collection video, or you will see it in my iPhone case collection video if you haven't seen it yet. But it just looks like this. It's got all these pretty rhinestones all over the side, and it actually has a front piece as well. So it just looks like that. It's all Barbie-licious, and it's very pretty. So yes, that is what it looks like. So this is the photo I just took, as you can see. I'm sorry for the poor quality, and then I have my little assistive touch just floating around. No, my home button is not broken, as you can see. It works just fine. And here's a picture of my lovely boyfriend and I. I'm going to zoom out just a little so it's not so blurry. So basically this is the process. I go into SquareReady, which is just a photo editing app that I'm just going to show you what you can do with it. Move my little assistive touch. Click up here on this folder icon, choose the photo I want. I pick whatever photo I want. I want this one right here. So I pick it, and then it loads. And then you'll see it is a square, and when you upload a picture onto Instagram, it will be a square unless you click this little button down here, and it will give it a border. So that is how I get the border, and then I'm just going to change the color to a, let's do a purpley pink, just like so. And I don't know if you can really tell on the camera the color, but then I'm going to save to camera roll, and I'm going to save it the highest quality, which is the one in the very middle, JPEG. So it's saving as a JPEG file, and I'm going to zoom out just a little so it's not so blurry. Alright, and then it says save complete, so we do OK. Then we go home. Let me push my little home button. Alright, and then we go back over here, and then I'm going to go into Aviary. Now in Aviary is where I'm going to sharpen the photo and smooth my skin and make it look all pretty like. So I pick the photo that I want to edit, so obviously it's going to be this one. And then I edit the photo. And keep in mind that this is just how I personally edit my photos. You do not have to do it this exact way. Other people may do this differently. I just got requests to show you guys how I do this myself. So this is how I do it. I don't know if other people do it different ways. I'm sure that they do, but this is my preference when it comes to editing my photos. So I'm just going to go until I see the word sharpness, and I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to zoom in on the picture a little bit just so I can see about how much I need to sharpen. So there's my lovely face all sharpened, and it just like enhances the picture. I'm going to click apply, and then I'm going to go over here to the blemish tool, and then I'm going to zoom in yet again. We'll zoom into my arm, and then I'm going to pick whatever size of the brush that I need. Let's go a little bit larger, and I'm just going to smooth out my skin pretty much. So now we go to my chest area, and we just smooth that, and then we move to my face, and I just like to touch a little bit here and there, not too much, because my foundation that I'm wearing, my makeup that I'm wearing, does an amazing job of covering up my blemishes and stuff. So here we go again on my arm. And that is that. Then you click apply to apply the changes, and then you can see I don't know if you can tell again because my camera quality isn't picking up this that well, but I have beautiful skin. So then we hit done. And that's what I usually do to all of my pictures, all of my selfies anyway. If I were to just take a picture of like a bowl of cereal or something, I would only go through the sharpening process. I wouldn't go through the smoothing blemish process because cereal doesn't have skin. Okay, so once the photo is done and saved, then I go into Pick Effects. Now, Pick Effects, Aviary and SquareReady are both free on the App Store, but Pick Effects costs $1.99. But I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what Pick Effects does so you can decide whether or not you want to spend the money on it. This is like one of the only apps that I've ever purchased thanks to my friend Colette, and I'm so glad that I did end up purchasing it because I am very, very happy with it, and I love all the different effects you can do. So you just click this little button right here to choose from your gallery. Then you pick the picture you want. So this is our photo, and then we hit crop, and then it just crops it to that square, so it's still a square, it's still got the border around it and everything. And you can just go through all these different filters that they have. They have different categories. They have like urban, vintage, cross process. The one that I like to use is in PFX film, and it's PFX 5, so it's the very first one. That's the one I usually like to use, so I just pick that one. And then to add another filter on top of that, you just click this little add button right here, and then it says adding another, and then you can add another filter. Now you can do more filters, you can make it black and white, you can do whatever your little heart desires, but I like to go into the light set and then click on that, and this is where you're going to find all your bokeh effects. And I'm not sure if you pronounce it bokeh or bokeh or whatever, but this is how you get the really cool lighting effects. So this is the one that I use all the time. It is called Bokeh 4, so it's number 4. And a quick tip, if you touch on the picture over here, there will be this little adjuster, and you can adjust the opacity of the effect. So sometimes I like to tone it down, sometimes I keep it bright. I'll keep this one bright. And then they've also added this new thing on the bottom corner. I don't think you can see it, but when you tap on the picture, there's this little wand with a couple stars. That just means that it's auto fixing your picture, or it's auto correcting, and I'll show you what it looks like when I click that. It just auto corrects all of the contrast and the brightness and everything. But I'm just going to take that off because I like my photos a little bit more light, like this. So then you click this when you're ready to save, and I just save it. Saving. Saved. Alright, now I use one more app, and that is Photomarker, and this is just to put my watermark on. So to set your watermark, you just click this little settings, type in whatever you want your watermark to be. Mine is Manda31409, and then you would just hit done, pick whatever color you want, whatever font you want, etc., etc. When you open the app, you're going to see these three little buttons. Again, that's settings, that's pick from camera, and this is pick from gallery. So I'm just going to pick from gallery, and I'm going to pick the most recent picture, the one that has the little bokeh effects on it. And then I'm just going to click this little C right here, and that is going to place my watermark, and it's going to say use your fingers to move and rotate and resize your watermark, save when done. And then you just hit OK or don't show or whatever. But you can resize your watermark. You can see I'm like moving it around, and you can change like the size of it, and you can rotate it with your fingers, and you can do whatever, and you can change the opacity of it by using this little transparency switch at the top. I like to have mine a low transparency so it's not as noticeable. And then I just like to, let's see, where's a good place to put this one? Maybe right here, I suppose. Yeah, let's do it over here by my other arm. I prefer that. There we go. Okay, now transparency down, a little bit higher up, rotate just a skittle, small, and there. So that is how I want my watermark. It's down here in the corner, and then you just tap the picture and then click the middle button at the bottom that is the save. It says picture saved. You hit OK. Then we're gonna go home, and we're gonna go to Instagram, and we are going to post this. I do not know what the picture is that is going to come up, so I'm not going to show it to you, but I'm gonna click on the little add button. All right, and then we have pick from gallery. I'm assuming y'all know how to do this, but I'm just going to pick the most recent one, and then I'm going to crop. I don't add any other filters, so that is the trick. I do not add any other filters to my photos, and then I'm just going to say just finished filming my photo editing process video. Yay! And then I'll put a little smiley, and then I will share to Twitter and Tumblr, and I will hit share. Again, I don't know what the picture's going to be, so I'm not going to show you. And boom, there is my photo. And then we go to my profile, and it is on there. So yeah, that's all there is to it. I just used the back camera again for my iPhone 4. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Sometimes I'll use this camera that I film on to take my pictures, but 9 times out of 10 I will more than likely just use the back camera of my phone. So again, if this was helpful to some of you, please give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe, and feel free to follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and go ahead and like my page on Facebook. Check out my vlog channel if you haven't already at DailyDoll31409 here on YouTube, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Alright, bye guys!